Just get live. All right, we are live. We are playing a game. Here we go. Outside of the Hollowed Oak. Yeah, go ahead and hand it right back over to you. No, say that again. We'll just keep going.
So, I'm curious to look in the amphitheatre at the messages that people have left from their travels around the world, and if there's anything about the Gloamwood, or does anyone here know about the Gloamwood and what faint deity might hang out there?
Matt, would I know, given that it's north of Haven and, being somewhat involved in politics, as to what dangers or what cautionary tales or what was said to be in that area?
Go ahead and give me a knowledge roll, please.
Knowledge roll. I will spend a hope. That's a crit!
Ooh. In that case, let's say... in the Gloamwood, there is always rumors of an intelligence. Like, we say it seems like the wood is watching. And travelers report like as they travel that from the tail of Haven on, that it feels like the difficultness is almost custom to them. This observes and changes in order to slow down and consume. And times people report or have talked about the forest moving. It's wherein they saw trees rise high above the others and travel a distance and lower once more. But none dared get close enough to figure out why.
So, in theory, if there were people running / being or had little to do, or nothing and were unprepared for it, they would, in theory, find their way easier than those who were there to chop, and or just use it for sport.
I mean, I think you could try to make that supposition. It's more just that the force seems to observe and have an interest in impeding those who walk through it.
Okay, got it.
Okay, yeah, and I would say specifically when the forest moves, the tails it's because a large portion of the wood, the legends say, grows on the back of an enormous spider. And thusly spiders abound all within. And that is why to this date no one has really done much digging and also harvesting of the Lady's Veil that's supposed to theoretically grow well there.
Lovely. Well, as you asked so much, no. I have a few rumors, but it is greatly unexplored from the people of Haven, because, well, the forest itself makes it very difficult for travelers, and much of what comes out is either preposterous or very difficult to believe, but it is the only thing that is for certain is that it is difficult to traverse. in that the Earth likes to move, and that there are a significant number of spiders, and there's a particularly large one. So, whether the spider is the thing that makes it move, or if that's just a small one, and there's a bigger one that makes the Earth move itself, or something else, I unfortunately do not have anything on that matter for you beyond that, without first-hand experience. But I'm sure you would make a lovely snack for a spider if we must go ahead and sacrifice somebody to it.
I'm too small to be a snack for a big spider.
Oh, that is the reason why it is called a snack.
Rook, you're from a forest. Is it like that where you are from?
There's definitely spiders, but I don't think anything big enough that trees grow off the back of them. But it sounds like a dangerous place. Let's go check it out.
That's my guy.
I swear, if we start a war with the forest because of you two, I am going to be very displeased with you both.
I don't want to start a war. You misunderstand me. I'm just saying, okay, we should be careful, is what I'm hearing. But what are our other options?
Well, we could kill the murderers, but we have chosen a different course of action, and perhaps there are murderers on both sides of the world, as it were.
Yeah, probably.
Well, no, they are based off of the story that we just found out. So,
Have you both hunted spiders before in your competition?
Stella, have we?
Sorry. Keep on.
Have we fought spiders before in our competition? Could see that.
I mean, they certainly have been more hard to kill after the Winter Wild. But I mean, everything has.
Yeah.
Look, I don't see us getting involved and trying to find a better solution without fighting. I'm not saying that we need to run into the next fight now. That's probably not wise. I mean, we wanted to check. Did I misunderstand? Did we want to check back to Haven before?
the Gloamwood's on the other side of Haven.
Yeah, so we have to
Yeah,
stop
we have.
there anyhow. Yeah.
I think we're going village, Alisay's Gaff,
And
Haven,
then
and Gloamwood.
yes, but we will stay at my place, of course, in Haven as well. So, but depending upon one's taste, they may find one completely abhorrent and the other one wonderful, or both to be completely miserable, or vice versa.
I'll just say the person that we spoke to in the Hollowed Oak said that their entire family was killed by people who were trying to, like, harvest the Crimson Veil. Or no, right? It was to help support their fight against Nicta. We're worried about the spiders of Lonewood.
Yeah, he was
Maybe we
just
should
a
be worried
farmer.
about- Yeah,
I'm sorry. So what did you, I'm sorry, I didn't catch the last part. What you said there, Jeff.
his entire family was killed by Havenites. It sounds like.
Well, it is his belief that they are Haven. Given that my family runs farms that have both people from Haven and people from Fenwick, who is to say that it's for either for certain. But even if your premise were true, which I'm not saying that it's not, by the way, I'm just again working out of that paradigm. The amount of people who have been killed because of the plague unleashed in Haven by those from Fenwick and the Serpent Sickness is quite high as well. Again, I'm trying to shift my reality as best as I can to understand that there are, no matter what is going on and who is killing who, that there are certainly innocents getting hurt by this equation. I'm not saying that we don't go to Ziglum Wood. I'm saying that given the predicament that we have currently with the Eye of Nycta being missing and the additional strife that it has caused both peoples, that if our rashness were to rule and instead of reason, as you decide that you want, as you have proclaimed to me, that you want to stop the violence and stop the killing, is to respect the creatures of this domain as best as that we can, and acknowledge that we are visitors in their home, instead of trying to kill them outright, but to try to make a way and explain what we are trying to do. Because if they hold the key, we need the key to get into the vault, and the vault then to go ahead and try to restore the Eye to Nycta, to restore some sort of balance and reduce the amount of violence being caused to all. Yes?
I'm with you there, LSA. I was just talking about spiders. I think it was a Fey entity, right? That was taking care of them. I'm not suggesting that we run in and like murder everyone.
Good.
It's just
I'm just saying, if we handle things badly, I could see that we are starting another war yet again on another front.
fair. Fair.
But again, I'm not saying we don't go. I'm just saying that I would be very displeased if we were to cause additional harm in this action. But I have a feeling, no matter what decision we make in this journey, based off of your conversation, as you've related with our friend down there, that we are going to cause harm to people regardless, even with the best of
Even
intentions.
if we don't, even with the best of intentions, even if we do nothing, because
Well.
we know about this now, and there comes a certain. I mean, I did understand correctly that the original Eye of Nycta is in that vault, and yeah, Nycta will be displeased for sure. But probably she will be displeased when they try to get the other eye. They will be displeased at any point. And I think whatever we decide to do, we should be sure about it before we act brash. I agree with that, LSA.
I think there's going to be a point where we have no choice but to act rashly, and I'm going to, based off of experience with the three of you thus far, I know Annie is very well tempered and very not in this regard because she is well behaved, but when dealing with the three of you, I'm sure that when time calls for brashness, that we will have an overwhelming surplus to go ahead and deal with the situation as needed. But yes,
I'm a sweetie pie, okay?
that does not mean that you cannot be brash. They are not mutually.
Oh yes, they can be
exclusive.
brash. Yeah.
This is my point. It is not mutually exclusive.
I don't think we know who the good guys are yet.
I
No,
mean,
we don't.
I don't think that everyone is a good guy in their own story.
Mhm.
Yeah.
As someone who tells stories, I am all too aware of this. So it really just depends on what lens you want to look at things through, and how you want to rationalize things about yourself. I have a wonderful story about a ribbit traveling through a city plagued with other evils and morality causes, and he continually rationalizes every one of his decisions that he goes ahead and makes without any sort of consequence to himself. But
That seems to be evil, right?
Do I know that guy?
That's what's evil. Is
I
to
don't think-
is to act without. Is the
He's not completely in that regard in the tale. He just doesn't think about the consequences of his actions. As
Are you talking about me and trying to misgender me?
No, I promise you not.
Okay, then I'm good.
So, well, I enjoy our conversations. The sky is still going to be dark for a number of days, and I would rather not be out in the wild as much as possible to get eaten by some giant other creature that we are not expecting.
That's fair.
No,
To be
sorry,
fair,
that doesn't
we
sound
are on our travels during night week, so we might.
Yes.
We're gonna
Still
go back to the amphitheater. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
We're going back to the place that No and Stella found.
Cool.
Yeah. So traveling, it's not far. It's almost touching the oak, as though this was like on the outskirts, where you can see this. What appeared to once been a village that has become overrun. Signs that it was evacuated, and the rush of the withering are evident. Too dangerous to be upon the land, as it, of course, is still dark within this week of night. And you see what, I guess, No and Stella had talked about, a grand hall where there were some ingredients that now have been kind of gone through and pilfered for potions and such things, as well as this amphitheater of stone where it appears people had taken time to carve their stories into the seats. Little bits of tales, those who have come through. The idea is this place seemed to be a place that there were some residents, but mostly it was always populated by people who were traveling. So, given this thing, No and Stella, you've let everyone here as well. What would you all like to do?
I'm sorry.
Well,
no.
I think I'd like to ferret around for any mention of Gloamwood or spiders. Or anything that's kind of, related to our story so far.
Okay. I guess go ahead and give me an instinct. Kind of about here.
Okay. Uh, 16 with fear.
Yeah. So what's fear? As you about, I would say, you get some stories of people going that way. So all these would essentially be pre the withering for the most part. And I would say in the Gloamwood, the ground will shift. Stand one place too long, and your next step will be a sinking pit. Would be written.
Ooh.
And
I haven't found anything positive so far.
and then there would be
Sorry.
then there would be another where it simply says I hid. I hid the prison upon Almara's back. The Gloamwood will protect it. Do not seek, unless you wish your story to end in your death.
Was that a prison as in jail or prism?
Prison as in jail, Prison.
And
I apologize. I'm Confunk too. If I'm.
am I right in thinking that people would also leave their names against these? I can't remember if that was part of it or if it was just the message, because I seem to remember they actually left a name.
Yeah, they would do their names.
So is there a name with this one?
Yeah, I think in particular here is going to be this would be Lostrayan, which follows the naming conventions of fungal communities. I mean, Lostrayan would roughly translate as the one who will forever be lost. You know, often all you name, when they break apart from their colonies, they tend to either are banished or they're given a very specific mission before they would kind of rejoin the network.
Guys, come and look at this. I'll show the others.
What's happening?
This message here refers to the Gloamwood, and you read it, and
So basically, are they calling where the eye is prison?
the clue from the Fang race was that it was the key to the vault. But this could be something unrelated.
But if this was from before the whole situation were to occur, then how would the key to the vault be hidden there?
Well, if the prison was there already, then maybe someone hid it in the
Maybe
prison.
it's just very dangerous there because the prison is there and it's protected.
Not
And
all
it's
keys are
unrelated to
metal.
the vault.
The key could be a person, but because if it is an item, it is a safe. But to be a prison, maybe it is the vault constructor. And that they were banished or exiled or removed because that they were to
Keep the secret.
they did not want the vault to be known as to who else could access it. So perhaps this person has made friends with this Admira or Amara. Because otherwise, why would they not just eat them and be a snack? So it is possible in some way, shape, or form.
Maybe they also had something that Amara needed or wanted. And that's why they didn't kill her. Them.
Do we know who Amara is? We don't know who Amara is.
You've not heard of Almara. This is the first mention, I believe.
But if we connect the dots, there is a giant spider with the trees that grow off the back. And another thing being hid on top of a back would, to me, be a logical progression that Amara may be this giant spider.
Spider? Yeah, I mean, that could be. I mean, is there something I would maybe actually look if I see this Amara mentioned on some of the other notes?
I think here, this is extremely far south. I'm not sure how much would be mentioned here.
Yeah. Just thought as long as we're here,
Yeah, no, I think
there's
it's,
a lot of messages. Okay.
unless there's something specific you're trying to understand about this. It depends. Because you definitely have like a lot of clues and things you can piece together.
Yeah.
Is there any further mention of the Lothstrian?
Actually, this is probably the only entry he made.
Alice, do you have any fungal people in your staff?
Matt, I don't know the scale of the map. How far is it from the mountain bridge? How many days is it as far as it goes from the mountain range to Haven?
From which mountain range?
From the dividing barrier.
In the
Like,
barrier, okay. Yeah.
How many miles would you say that it is?
Okay, so you want to know from the barrier to where you guys are?
No. From the barrier to Haven. Or yeah,
To the city itself?
yes.
Sure. I'd say if you were traveling, I'd say probably roughly 2 weeks, maybe.
Oh, it's a 2-week walk. Okay. So, no, it is a very large city, and my family does a substantial amount of business. My farmland that is overseen by my family is approximately 15 to 20 kilometers by 15 to 20 kilometers of farmland. So we have employees of all kinds and varieties. That has been diminished a little bit based off of the increased growth and having to maintain it all down. But overall, that is generally the land that my family oversees. So, yes.
Uh-huh.
I'm aware, Stella, that that is a bit jarring, as most of the time you spent with me was in the city. But yes, it is quite a large place.
No, sorry. I was
Okay.
just thinking that if we need to cross Haven to get this Gloamwood, and we probably think it's a long walk, and I'm just thinking that we should be very sure what our mission is.
Yeah. Alice just smiles at that. All of a sudden, Stella's saying we should stop and think.
Hey! You know, I do listen. I wonder if there's any notes that say anything about Nikta after the loss of her reaping eye, right? It's the reaping eye that's missing. Is it?
When did this place fall apart? We said that it has been here a very long time, whereas this is an old abandoned place, whereas the reaping eye is very recent history. But if you want to look, I will happily help you.
It is an abandoned place, but it's withered, and as we have encountered, Noah and I did, it is it seems to have been a community of Wonderborn for a long time. Given that there's so many notes from people all over Bainwick.
As they said, I will help you look. And if Matt wants a roll for this, I will happily spend a hope to give assistance to Stella on this regard.
Yeah, I'd say what type of stories are we looking for here? Like what's
I'm looking mostly for stories about how Nicta was received, but not just as obviously in her obvious occupation, but more of maybe something that talks of Nicta's wrath, or something that talks about anything that Nicta is fond of, even just because I'm thinking from a place where I've been making these kinds of gifts to the gods, and I'm just looking if there's anything that could help us in that regard to, I don't know, please her or know more what to expect from her wrath.
Does Nicta have friends?
That's a question. All right. Then I guess trying to search around here. Give me an instinct, and LSA is providing a D6.
Okay.
Anyone else can join in. Do multiples of those too.
Okay, so I try my new hope and fear die.
Add +4 to whatever it is.
Can I
Okay,
spend a hope
that's
and help as
good.
well?
I try if I can use an experience, but I'm observant, so I will also spend the hope to add my experience.
If you want to spend a hope, Peter, it would be which one we get to choose which D6 of ours that she gets to use.
Okay.
Yeah, you'd be trying to roll higher than a 4, basically.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
So-
Okay.
Are you rolling, or
I
Or
rolled
should
I rolled the D4 for you.
Okay. so I have 19 plus 4, 23 with fear.
Okay.
Dun, 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 dun.
But aren't they so pretty? Look at them.
Are
Yay.
those look? One of those looks like my dice.
Are those from the expansion pack?
Yeah, they're from the
Okay,
expansion pack.
they're not. Then they're not. Okay.
Pretty.
Nice.
All right. Okay. Sorry. Very cool. So, looking about then, now you all are taking a good amount of time here, reading the histories and stories, almost treating this like a research project, trying to understand, hoping to get like some type of understanding of how things worked before. Specifically with Nicta, there are some old, almost faded ones where it looks like the outer stone has eroded away over time, almost effectively erasing what is below. And to your eyes, the stone here, especially the writing, almost looks like a different shade of stone than the others. It's odd. The wear is different, and as you read, there are stories of essentially depicting the idea that the seasons were a bit more random, and they occurred. The way that the seasons flowed were constantly in flux. And it is said that there was, I'll say, something or someone or some entity that Nicta was introduced to or given, and this act is what the early residents of this world used to convince her to have some type of flow to the seasons.
Mm.
What was this thing? Or person, or it's wide open.
Oof.
The bones of rivets. No.
Got some suppressed issues over here.
I'm curious what the rest of the table has from beyond my completely joking topic.
So the question is, who was this other person that convinced?
What was
Nicta?
given?
Or what?
Yeah, so
Hmm.
either they were introduced to someone, or a certain object or a living thing was given to Nicta in a bargain for them to, or a deal for
Hmm.
them to regulate the seasons
Ooh.
more consistently. So I'm saying it could have been a person, it could have been another fake deity, it could have been an object or a valuable thing, kind of letting you all weave this tale.
What about the
Ooh.
being that makes Haven? The what was it? The
Shunash?
Yeah,
Shunash, ooh.
but maybe Nicta has had a broken heart for a long time. Maybe they were lovers. Maybe they were a yin to her yang, and after that,
So the story being that long ago, Shunas was introduced to Nicta as they became lovers, and this softening of the heart, and in thanks for them finding this companionship, they agreed to have the seasons follow a pattern, so that the residents could predict and have fruitful lives and have families of their own, much like this might
love that.
provide these two.
because that kind of makes sense. Because it always kind of struck me that they were able to get the eye, and there's an apathy to Nicta that maybe her heart was so broken that she didn't fight back. I don't know. There's just something about that struck me as being very kind of sad and just hopeless.
Like how we're doing our tale. If everyone is good.
I like it.
Yeah, pretty cool.
You are a romantic.
It is true. But you have to wonder, above and beyond, this romance, that, does anybody go through life alone completely? Or was there no one in Nicta's life, not like a mortal, that would interact with her? I think that's what I'm curious of, is was she truly like a hermit, in that she didn't have any interactions with others, but that was there some being that is still alive, that still at least knew her or knows her?
I kind of feel like if once she had lost her love, it wouldn't really matter. So I think there would be perhaps an isolation, but perhaps there might have been someone who even introduced them or was part of it from before, who maybe attempted to keep her from, too much isolation, but
Maybe it's that there's we all go through periods, but Nicta has essentially lived through multiple lifetimes, much like an elf.
Shunash
Well,
has died quite a while ago, right?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, just like elves or dwarves or gnomes or some of the people, the species that would go ahead and, have periods where they would be to themselves, and then over time, they'd find someone or something, to reconnect with, and that, in the same vein, that at some point they had found someone, or something that reminded them of a little bit of it, but it's been, it comes in waves because they're not a god, frankly. But that's just a thought there.
Yeah, I don't think it's lost on you that because you were wondering how their eye was able to be taken, that anyone coming from Haven, especially if they had the serpent sickness, would have had the scent of Shunash.
Mm.
Oh,
Wow, that gave me chills.
yeah. I think we've set on our lore piece here, Matt.
Hmm.
Reminiscing.
Betrayal. Yeah.
Mhm.
We haven't heard of Nicta rampaging. We've heard of this kind of
Well,
this power unleashed, but we don't. In fact, they fabricated her intervention, right? In dropping this massive feather.
Alice brought up the point of if she were to get her eye back, what would her wrath be?
Yeah.
As a
What's her wrath without her?
Well, yes. Again, Alice wasn't thinking about this at the point when she brought this up.
You're like, this lore was not introduced.
Well, no, again, Alice in the moment was very focused on from a certain perspective.
Yeah.
And so again, these are all valid questions that I am excited to explore.
Mm.
But these are all consequences. Things have consequences. I love me some consequences.
It's like, isn't the biggest question where's Nicta?
It is a certainly overwhelming one considering the threat to her otherwise. Yes.
Yes.
So.
And would this Fane Wraith know? Because I think they try to get the other eye, right? The Fane Wraith. Do we know that, or is that just play information?
They want to.
They want to. Yeah.
It's been introduced that their plan is to try to take the other eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, that has come up.
That just terrifies me. That's
Yes.
the apocalypse.
And I think whatever we want to do, I don't think we are trying to, like at this point at least, with the information that we have, I don't think we are pro that. So at least we have something
yes, we
that
can agree on
might
that.
want to try to, not happen.
Yeah.
And get before. Yeah.
I do. This is just a thought that came to me. I do wonder whether, yes, the eye was taken, and one's reaping and one's sowing, but she's a god, so surely her godliness is more than just her eyes. Maybe that's just a representation of her power. So
Oh, you
I
think
just
it
wonder,
might
because
be
I'm just
wrath?
thinking of like blind. When you lose your sight, you adapt. You
Yeah.
find other ways of existing. So
I mean, depends if they are like magical powers that make her now do this in this more regulated way, or she might even this might actually be her wrath because her eye was stolen and not
that's what I'm
why
thinking, yeah.
not happening because it was stolen, but You know, but her reaction to it, yeah. Mm.
Well,
Maybe she could recreate her eye at any time.
well, how about we find her eye and we bring it back, and we can ask that question upon returning it.
Sounds
But
interesting to me, at
What
least.
if we don't? What if we don't need to bring the eye? Like maybe that's
Then
not the answer.
But it would show good faith, wouldn't it?
It would, yeah. I think it would show like that someone cares about her. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But it just seems odd that a god can't heal herself or find some way to heal herself.
Unless the mage is using the eye to create the withering.
Yeah, I mean, keep in mind that the ones who killed her live inside the god they killed.
Yeah. So
So-
I was,
Yeah.
So I would say in this fiction, like they're the faint deities, they possess incredible power and such things, but they're not like transcendent beings. They
Okay.
Yeah.
are very
They
much
can be
flesh
killed.
and bone. They occupy a single place at a single time, and they have biology. As foreign as kind of crazy.
I was gonna bring that up, but thank you, Matt.
So unless we want to kind of change it, but I think that's how it's written in this sense. Kind of like the old, like when we talk about God of Forest, is just a powerful flesh and blood, kind of still beyond, able to maybe grant, make deals in the warlock sense, but still, has substance.
Mm.
Can we find anything about what the other faint deities are thinking or doing about Nicta losing their eye?
I think here, with the fiction we've established, that information wouldn't be recorded because all this is pre-eye being stolen.
Yeah.
It's kind of how we talked about this place. It's all the information here is before that occurrence.
That makes sense.
That's true.
But I think
I
you
mean,
gather that for the most
Earth Mother
part,
is here, but
yeah, there was no reaction. You don't hear a lot of stories about reactions to Shunash being killed, because that would have occurred within stories like that would have been contained here. I think the things do what they do. There's a sense in which there's an adaptation, a movement, but
I mean, would it make sense if we get more information on Shunash?
Well, that would be something we could get in Haven, or at least,
I mean, Havenites killed Shunash.
I am very much aware of this. You do not need to post what
This is not against you, Alice. I'm just saying they probably have a reason to have an agenda of maybe not revealing every detail, is what I'm saying.
Yes, I was going to say the same, that we will find a version of history
Yeah.
in the libraries there.
We might find another one here.
Here, I don't think so.
It was before the Withering, and Shunash has been dead for a while.
Yeah, but
This
seems,
is one big. This is
it
a
seems a
library.
bit-
This is a history.
This seems more recent than that. Also, the DM said that this seems a bit far, or it's all pre-withering. Maybe, okay, never mind.
It's all pre-Withering, and the Withering has only been a year ago.
correct. I think as far as there's like,
I mean, it's okay if you say,
what
okay, this
is-
won't be too much information, but
yeah, I guess
just-
what is the question you're trying to understand, or
yeah.
what you might find? Because I would say all of this is people's personal stories of their life or their encounters. So the idea here is you found the story of someone who introduced Nicta and Shunash. That's what we kind of got, and saying like not just that there was someone, it was the person who did it, who wrote this.
Mm-mm.
So kind of given that sense of how this relic is, if you want to suggest something you think you would find on this, I think that's cool.
So there was a matchmaker
Yeah.
Or
And he's the
I'm
one
just wondering
who then made it so there could be seasons.
fascinating. I'm just wondering if they were love poems about the two of them.
I mean, I don't know if
Maybe
they'd be
not.
here.
Yeah.
This is really like my personal story area. There could be some other places, but I think
Got it.
for this thing we just made up, give me a moment to give me to get a poem.
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh yeah.
So sorry.
No. I'm not eating like full prose from me, Matt, right now. That's okay.
Oh, good.
I love the quote from last sessions. I just looked at the scribe at the scribe page.
But yeah, I think depending, I would say from there would be, if there's any tales of reactions once occurred, I think the biggest one probably would have been that there was been people who saw different beings flee or move away from the Haven area, and what probably opened it up for them to have as much industry as they've been able to, because Faint Deities no longer wanted to dwell in that area and more went to Fainwick. But there are that some might have been so big or massive that they did not fear what would happen. But yeah, so from here, what would you all like to do?
So move on.
Well, is there anything that, Peter, you wanted to get out before you had to go?
Not really, unless I don't know if you'd want to be interested in seeing the image of Lester in the community hall. That would be the only other thought.
What you're interested in? I'm happy to go where you want to go. We can always come back to this.
There's probably not enough time for me to be part of it, but I think it's something No might have asked Rook maybe, or suggested, they go and do. But I'll probably dip out now, actually.
Okay.
If that's okay. It's on till 2. I guess you'll be done by the time I'm back, but I'm going to pop back up here anyway, so I might see you up to the very, very end if you're still going. But otherwise, see you next week.
All right.
You said that there is a giant mural somewhere?
A mural. You are able to be shown if Stella wants to. There is a. They got a lot of lore of this before. So there is a cabin in which it looks like the floor is engraved with what looks like like many foxtails that then go up the rafters, where there is a carved. The supports of this cabin are carved into then an enormous fox that then looks down upon the center of its own tails from the ceiling. And there is a table, and that table seems to not be overgrown at all, while the rest of the room is. And what looks like levers and such things were pulled recently, so that it looks like a rating of supplies, as well as some recipes for healing potions that your party has are there as well. And we determined this was one of the Faint Deities that Stella was familiar with, about making sacrifice, or kind of like for safe camping and those types of things.
Lesser.
Who?
The Hearth Mother. It's Vessa.
Seeing this and knowing what's back at home in her estate in a family-only room. This is really fucking weird, Matt.
Uh-oh.
Because I wasn't here when you guys made this shit.
Oh. Whoopsie.
Alice wants to look for either some carving initials or
Now I'm
see
intrigued.
if the carving structure is similar to what is back at home.
Maybe it's a hearth.
Yes, it's the whole room, if I understand it correctly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a whole building.
yeah. Alice is not a woodworker, but she's very intrigued as to if there is a familiar style here.
So, the way I described this previously was that it had the feeling of being done over the course of many artisans
Okay.
that passed the task like from one generation to the next. That this slowly developed over even maybe 100 years or
Okay.
at least a few decades. So,
Okay.
given that, I'm not sure that
That's fine. That is perfectly fine. As to okay, that's
Did
fine.
you freak out there?
Again, it was just to see.
maybe one piece of it if you want. I would leave that to you if you feel like you find a section.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say a
Well-
section is possible. Yeah. Okay. It is very interesting. Very interesting
Sorry.
and very beautiful, to say the least. So the table is the table round or square?
Rectangle.
Okay. Could use an improvement or two, but it is very impressive. I could see why you are intrigued by this place.
Yes. And not everything has to be designer.
Does
That's-
anything does anything happen when it's placed on the table? Like, if we were to place, like, Alice, you play an instrument, a violin, right? If we were to leave the violin on the table, does anything happen?
I did leave a little bit of a thank you, like something that I picked up as an offering, and there it started to activate, but it was not enough, I think, or it was some old reaction to it.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
and I think No got like hit into the
Yeah, that's what
Oh,
actually
yeah.
there was an offering made, and it did make. It's what opened up the like this or like basically herbology set that's there, and where they're able to they got some potions out of it as well as some recipes to I think make healing potions
Mhm.
as well. So and it was done by Stella giving like an offering that she would normally give when she was camping. So kind of like the secret of this room kind of occur. Not saying we can't do something else, but just kind of catch up on what has happened here.
but Stella would have, if you were reminiscing about this, because we would stand there around there probably, would offer that up to you when you were suggesting that.
So what do we
Well,
do?
it's at least I'm still really welling up because I just realized that probably a good chunk of my family has been going through here and been living here for a while. So I definitely, after whatever we do, and if we survive it, I kind of want to come back here and restore some of it, if it's even possible. But I think, yeah, we wanted to show you the amphitheater because that seemed like a lot of history being taken down by different people. And the Earth Mother and this beautiful carving. And it's really nice to show you guys.
Thank you for sharing this. It is beautiful.
Thank you. I mean, we might not survive this, so whatever. I mean, but
You have done a great many of things that people have said you would not do, so I wouldn't bet on it.
And No found out a couple of things as well, especially for some plants and some stuff that they could brew stuff with. So we found those. I don't remember the name of those, but
It will be just fine.
Can you just put something on the table and then gave an offering, or what happened again?
I think I put it under the table, on the bottom of it, or did I put it on it? I don't quite remember how we described it, but it started glowing, and I think the impact threw like No into the bushes, and I barely hung on. And then also we did put an offering somewhere, and then we got those recipes out of it in the healing potion. I made a little speech, a little bit of an offering, and then telling her to protect those who go around it. That's what I remember. I could have left something important out.
Yeah, you put a nutshell where the nine tails met on the floor.
Yeah.
That's when the carvings lit up and everything began to rotate and kind of trigger a mechanism.
Is
Could
the
I
nutshell still there? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Jeff.
No, go ahead.
No, please, go.
I was going to say I have a piece of Nicta's feather that we took from.
Ooh.
I wonder if I can walk up to the center where the tails meet and say, what grace is given to me, let it pass to Nicta.
Interesting.
Okay. Give me a presence roll, please.
Can I help in some form or way?
How would you like to help?
I would definitely, if I see that you were having the feather in the hand and like going to the offering table, I would probably also like, we want to give an offering to Nicta too, and to you. And it's not great. It's just what I came up in the moment. So last time was better.
I'm going to help in the way that Brooke had suggested, instead of putting the violin on the table, as this is the Hearth Mother, but a hearth should have song and hope and joy and merriment.
Nice.
And I will give everyone a rally die.
Oh, wow.
That's a d6 to either add it to the result of your action roll or reaction, damage roll, or to clear a number of stress.
Okay, let's see what happens with my roll.
Yep.
So do you roll a d6, Stella? Is that right?
I would roll a 6 to spend a hope to help, yes.
Okay.
Let me see. Where's my d6? There it is.
Oh, I got a 16 with hope.
I got a 6 on my die.
I don't think I need a rally die at this moment. I think that gives me a, what is it, 22?
There's a 22 with hope.
I just rolled right before and I didn't even need to roll it, and it was a double 12, and I'm like, why did I roll out the crit for nothing? Sorry.
All right. In that case, I think you place. So this is Nicta's feather, right?
Yeah.
And then
like a little-
what did Alice put on there?
Fill the room with music.
Okay.
The rally dice to the entire group.
Oh, I
And
gotcha. There is a creaking, and you hear, really, you feel almost a tremor that moves through the floor. And then a creaking of trees outside of this cabin. This smell of burnt wood, as though like clothes left out by a campfire and smoke. Not like active, but lingering on the air, kind of rushes through almost like a sudden breeze. What would you like to do?
And this is outside.
You think, yeah, you hear all this outside where you are at currently.
I want to go investigate. I want to go outside.
I have your bag, just in case.
This like question mark that felt, wasn't that from Stella?
Sorry, what?
Back?
What?
I
What?
think I
What?
want to.
No. And then what's Alice going to do?
Alice is going to have their back from the back.
Yep, backing you up. So, all right. Pushing the doors open. First thing you see is what looks like the plants on the ground retreating, coming off of the houses, off of the area around, like the withering and growth itself moving back. As that draws your attention from the ground, you see what almost appears to be obsidian sharp that rises into this mixture of red and gold fur. You look up a leg that comes to a shoulder blade 50, 60 feet above. A furred chest white as snow as you stare at a nine-tailed, enormous fox-like being that looks down upon you.
I'll bow just at the waist very, very deeply, like almost like a full, like I'm facing the ground in a deep bow out of respect.
Yeah. You see against the night sky, the tails almost look like tops of trees that wave nearly out of sight. Their eyes themselves the color of campfires. As they watch you bow, and a voice, almost as though it is being created out of the air, behind and above and around, not from the throat, just for the purposes of all of you. As it speaks, she will not be comforted. Though one eye is gone, her sorrow and rage blind her to everything. What would you like to do?
Shit. Oh God. I'm crying over here. Someone needs to take over.
Faster, the great Smita. My friend here is overwhelmed at your presence because your presence, what you stand for means so much to them. My kin, I think we have something in common with the people that have made this place. But my companions are concerned about the difficult journey that lies before us in trying to make everyone's heart a bit safer for each person, though that is never a full guarantee, but also make it better for Nikta as well. We have been advised to go into the Gloamwood to find a key to help with this process. Based off of the tales of the people here, we have reason to believe that it lies upon the back of Amara, or within their domain. Might you provide us with some words of wisdom or insight, or even your blessing for my companion to carry with her when things get dark, as she is so touched by your presence?
She looks down, and the voices come. Things, actions, often are like storms. They do not change the heart. A family traveling upon the wood must come together in heart as well as deed in order to find safety by the hearth. If the separated cannot come to the hearth, they endanger the storms, and the storms will see them exterminated. Upon Amara, you may find the means to undo inaction to the body, but not the damage it's done to one's heart. How? And now the voice is set a bit more upon Stella.
Good.
Show me your pack, young one.
Ooh. Okay. I think Stella for this would go despite like still waterfalls here, going a little bit closer to the Hearth Mother and do a gesture that she thinks is like some, where she learned that is some kind of I share with you. And I believe that I show her in my mind that my pack is the people I travel with.
She takes her claws and lifts a tree and uproots it, sets it down, and begins to churn it, tearing away pieces and almost condensing it, as it almost appears to like layer upon layer, as though taking a 50-foot tree and making it just this more like a small box carved in whole, depicting Stella in this protective stance, and No and LSA and Annie and Rook behind her. And upon your chest almost seems to be engraved a vision of the Hearth Mother herself, Essa. And she leaves this box that kind of like turns and opens. And she'll say, place this near the hearth, wherever you go when you light a fire for warmth in your rest. And my servants will do all they can to give you aid. But heed what I have said, or extinction will come to the separated.
I take the box and make the gesture again to Vessus, like fur. Thank you.
Is there anything else with Vessus?
Ah, Jesus. I'm a little bit overcome at the moment. I would probably, before Vessus gone or something, say, I understand that her heart, that bringing back something of her body is not, it's not soothing the heart. Is there some way to stop some other way to stop the withering? You don't have to give me this. It's just something that she would probably have in mind. Yeah.
He kind of looks back at a soft smile. I don't know the answer to that. But I do know that what you call the withering is more a symptom of you and the rest of the separated and their course than what they have done.
I had feared that. Travel safely, and we will see each other again.
And you, wandering pup. As with that, they seem to turn, and it's that one foot in front of the other, this kind of fox creature, somewhat feline movements, kind of move and wiggle their enormous body and tail through the trees, and faster than makes sense, they blend into the wood around and are unable to be seen. And Anita, you might need to refresh, but I did send you your item.
Okay, okay. A box of many goods. Love it. Hey. Oh God, that's amazing. Thank you so much. There's a chance that we get some random common consumable.
Mm-hmm.
That's a roll. Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Very on brand with everything that was found here. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Are
Yeah.
you
Method.
Are you okay there, Stella?
Just overcome with emotion. Thanks for starting to speak.
I figured I would give you a moment to say them yourself, but you seem at a loss. Sometimes we need others to speak up for us.
Yes. Well, we at least know that we shouldn't split, and we should always, rest together and come back to the herd, And also that her anger might not be as easily soothed, but I had kind of feared that already.
Maybe it shouldn't soothe, right? Maybe that's just her love. So
Maybe it's just the consequences that we see,
There are many great poems about the things people will do for destroyed love. They generally do not have a lot of happy endings.
Yeah, it's true.
interesting what they said though about how the withering, at least what I understood, that it may be us as much as her. Am I getting that right?
Either that, or it might be the conflict that is coming between us humanoids.
When we were at the convention, at the festival, we proposed, or several of you proposed that investigating beyond just the eye or how to make villages safer, but going to places that went under the ground to see if there was something within it, something problematic due to the slain monolith that stands within the center of Haven. It is perhaps that the root of the problem that you were talking about. And it makes me wonder if the eye has been corrupted, that maybe the giant serpent is not actually dead, but that there's some magic being used to keep him in place or away from her, or something else that is going on there, that there might be problems that stem from all of this. I've been led to by one thing. It is not as impossible to say that there is not another one that is told amongst the population, but we certainly do not have the whole picture, obviously.
We don't. But
I'm curious about.
Sorry,
go
yeah.
ahead.
Yeah, you go.
I'm curious about Phylex, the Archmage. Not to fall into too much of a trope, but the evil Archmage just seems too tempting.
I mean, there's a reason why there are many children's books about it. And there are many stories about people with power.
And he definitely has an agenda.
I will say that I have maybe only seen him a couple of times through the academy, as he was teaching as a guest speaker. But to say I know the person beyond his credentials is... You could probably stick him in front of me again and I probably wouldn't recognize him unless I chatted him up at the party.
It does reframe the spider to me. It sounds like we often think of beasts as being aligned, right? Spiders are evil. Or like, maybe this spider is not evil. It sounds like they have the capacity to do amazing things.
Spiders are wonderful things. They help keep the crops clean of pests and things of that nature that would otherwise destroy them. I do not see spiders as evil. They are. You get one about the size of Stella here, and I might ask for you to go ahead and smash it for me. But otherwise,
But maybe that's the thing. The Withering made all these beasts bigger than they used to be. And yes, that makes them dangerous.
I mean,
But
Dangerous doesn't mean evil.
the question is, but the question is, does it change them and their personality? If they are just protecting their surroundings, they could be seen as evil easily, but that does not mean they are. I think Rook is right.
well,
But danger is afoot either way, because we would interrupt in there in a way. And right now, it seems more investigating might be afoot, because bringing her back the eye might not solve our problems.
it is a band-aid and not even if it solved the problem with Nikta, it would be a problem on a number of. It is just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of hearths. Pardon my pun. Different hearths where this fire started.
We did not start the fire, but
No, but the fire did start on different hearths, is what I'm saying. But we didn't start the fire is a nice pun as well.
the punishment must continue. But perhaps we could continue punishing Rook with all of these off-color comments on the way to my family's place, unless there's something else we wanted to look at here.
No, let's go to your place.
I did have a question for you, Stella and Rook, as No had suggested being my entourage. What do you want to be in my company? Being part of my entourage has benefits, and it has consequences. It can offer you somewhat of a shield of protection from some social difficulties and get you indoors where it may not. But it also means that you are then therefore a representative of myself and my family. And if you were to do something uncouth, well, you are a bit of a savage-looking person. And you might get some forgiveness based off of that. Not everyone is so forgiving, and would have political ramifications for myself, my family, and frankly for yourself, being as there's more expected being a member of the upper class. So what do you want to be in relation to this?
So the consequence is not you treating us as servants, is what you're saying.
Well, that would, to me would be considered a benefit, as you would in ways if you're part of my entourage, as you have no title or standing to. So therefore, by default, you are will be seen regardless as my servants and expected to act in a certain way in regards to that. Yes.
But I'm talking about you, and then you know it. I know about others, whatever. But
I'm talking about
it's okay.
the public.
I'm just teasing you.
This is not a laughing matter. It is a matter of how I treat you in front of others, what is expected of you in front of others, and things of that nature. If you are part of my entourage, we are not equals, and therefore there's.
Yes. So it's about when we go to Haven. Should we come as your entourage? Is this what you're saying, or should we come seemingly separate?
Well, no, you can still come with me, but you are not a member of per se, and you are guests, but not part of it. Again, there are benefits and consequences to both.
Yes.
But even like amongst my family, there is a different level of what will be there for you. If you are guests, you'll be treated as guests. If you're members of my entourage, then if I tell them I need things for my entourage, whereas if I tell things I need them for my guests, there's a different story. So it's really up to you on where you want to fall within the piece of the puzzle.
Rook.
I disagree with the premise. I don't think
That's
I need to be.
I that's why I'm asking you what you want to be in this regard. And for you, frankly, I could, based off of the convention, it is easy to go ahead and say that you are a hired hand to my guide amongst the wilds in regards to furthering studying what is going on with the world and how to best solve it. And so you are an easy explanation.
I don't need to be your hired hand. Why do
Okay.
you need to have? What does there need to be a commerce to relationship? Why does there have to be that way? I think I can just be me, and you can just be you. And if your family is going to react, how they're going to react. Like I don't need to be a role or a part. We're just two beings. Like I'm not going to be
That is okay.
I'm going to play.
I think what you mean is, if I am understanding you correctly, when we go into Haven and we will be there as your guests,
Mhm.
that means that we might not catch wind of certain things, but we would be there as equals. Whereas as when we're there as your entourage, we would catch a drift of some things because we would be in rooms where we wouldn't be as guests, but we would be treated as not equals, and therefore we had to behave in a certain way.
I mean, you're not
Maybe
going
also
to
we would miss things because we're part of an entourage, right? Maybe
There's-
there's a lot of things
Mhm.
being happened that nobles don't know about.
I agree with you. There are pros and cons to both. I can say
Yeah.
in rooms with my peers, once we get to Haven, you probably won't be treated as equals, regardless of such by many. But regardless of whether you're my entourage or not, if you are simply my
What else
guests,
new?
I-
Yeah,
you've been there. But I'm just again wanting to see, because No had proposed it, what your thoughts on the matter was, and it sounds like we will be going as traveling companions and guests. That is fine. I just wish to understand how I may better facilitate this narrative amongst my peers. So thank you. Shall we get on the road, as it were?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Then where are we headed? Is it back to the meeting? Was there more to do there? Or is it just starting the long journey in the night?
I mean, it's night week. It's night all the time.
Yeah, as I was saying. Is it just kind of a travel? Because at this point, because a lot of the disruptions, I think like the whatever means you got here is mostly going to be your group traveling. Some already have gone ahead. Like most of Alice's entourage went already to like deliver messages and things.
I think we just head straight there. We will travel faster than a caravan in most cases, I would think.
All right, so we're going to be navigating the night wilderness as we try to find our way across the Haven border. So is this ultimately one of your farms, or is this trying to go all the way to the city of Haven?
I think we were going to take the farms to then like catch a boat into the city.
Okay.
So the fields of Elysium is where the farms are, right? Or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Unless, I don't think because you said it was either a boat or we crossed the mountains, and so
Yeah, so you're kind of going across. Yeah, a fair area to try to get over to. It's Good track. I think with that, then, as the group starts off, I think we're in there for today, and then we'll pick up in the midst of the travel next week.
Yay!